Going back to you really quick.
Yeah.
How frequent, you said that in your relationship, your boyfriend, he had kind of issues with you going out and partying. How frequently would you go out? Do you go out?
I go out a lot. I would say I go out typically like
3 to 4 nights a week?
Yeah, 3-4 nights.
So
yeah.
Wednesday, what are the typical nights? Like some of you guys are
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, typically I go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Once in a while.
Sometimes is there a Wednesday? Sometimes it's Danger on a
like
Sunday.
Wine Wednesdays or
Wine
something.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
so you were going out like 3 to 4 nights a week. What about you? Do you party much or? You guys are friends, right? So were you guys partying together?
I used to not until
you met
kind
Julia?
of recent. Yeah, well, until I got out of a relationship.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sure.
Our friend works at like a little dive bar, so we're always hanging out there.
Okay, gotcha. In the periods when it was on again, off again, would you see other guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We were open the whole time.
Oh, it was an open relationship the entire time?
Mm-hmm.
Because you wanted it? Because he wanted it? Both of you?
We both wanted it.
You both wanted it?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's Isla Vista. Yeah.
Well, it's typically in most conversations, somebody broaches a topic first, right?
Yeah.
So did you guys have early on a conversation about that?
Yeah. It was before we started dating.
Okay.
I mentioned it because I said I wasn't really like ready for something really serious.
Okay.
And so we were like, we'll just start open, and then we kind of just stayed that way.
How does an open relationship like work though, as far as like, well, you started open, meaning you would see other people but then come back home and cuddle at night together, or like no, like how does that, like, for 2 years, like an open relationship, like how did that work out?
Yeah, so we didn't live with each other, but I obviously, like, we wouldn't hook up with each other's friends or anyone that like we felt we, like, I don't know. And so and we also weren't like going out on dates or anything. It was just like if we're at a party and one of us wants to make out with someone, like something like that. Like never anything serious with anyone else.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you never slept with anyone else when you were with him? Maybe like, a little bit.
When we were off.
A little bit of sex? Okay, gotcha.
But not when we were on. Just
just a tiny bit of dick.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if it wasn't an open relationship, it would have worked out?
I think we would have definitely.
Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
Just a second, just to see how it feels.
Sorry, what was the question?
No, that if it wasn't an open relationship, do you feel like it would have worked out for you guys?
I think he would definitely be happier, but I don't think I would have been.
Do you think you wanted an open relationship because he just wasn't the guy for you?
I think I didn't know that at the time, but now I do know that was why.
Because he's not the guy for you? Okay.
Did at any point he want to close the relationship?
Yeah.
For the whole time?
And when he suggested closing it, that's when we broke up, because I told him that that's not what I wanted, but I didn't want him to stay like miserable if that's not what he wanted.
Wait, question. When you say that's when we broke up, was it this most recent breakup, or was it the very first breakup?
Yeah.
Okay. So he wanted to close it, you didn't. And so you would end things, you'd be like, okay, I don't want to be in a closed relationship. This is what I can offer. I want to be in an open relationship. You would break up with him, and then he would be like, okay, and then he would miss you and then ask to get back with you. Mm-hmm. And then would he accept? He would get back with you, I assume, and be like, I guess I'm okay with the open relationship. And then a month later, he'd be like, I'm not okay with the open relationship. Can we close it? And yet, would you end it again?
Yeah, it was definitely like that, for sure.
So for the entire time, were you pretty clear? You were clear with your intentions about, hey, I like you, we can hang out, but I want to keep the relationship open. So there's never a point where you were not, like, you were deceptive in any way. You were clear, like, hey, I want this to be an open relationship.
Yeah, and that's why I ended things a lot, because I could tell he was uncomfortable and he was just like lying to me. because obviously if he's having breakdowns every weekend, there's something wrong.
Why would you keep getting back with him?
I don't know. I think it was really comforting, and we got along really well.
Okay. Minus the constant emotional breakdowns on the weekends while you were out partying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I actually was in a similar situation a long time ago where, although the roles were reversed, I told the girl pretty early up front. I said, hey, don't want to commit to you. I like spending time with you, hanging out with you, but I don't see this being like a ever committed relationship. And she would accept it, but then she would constantly be upset with the situation. She obviously wanted it to be closed, but it was more preferable for her to just continue being able to see me than just not having me in her life, I guess.
Yeah.
But so it was just always a constant source of conflict, even though I was always open with her. And I said, hey, here's what I'm not looking for anything serious. And she would rather have been with me than not have been with me. But it was always a source of conflict, and she'd constantly start arguments and shit, even though I wasn't cheating on her. I was just like, here's what. So I kind of empathized a little bit with your situation. And she would always say, I'm okay with the situation, and then 2 weeks later get all butthurt about said situation, which she accepted. So
Yeah, I also understand her point of view too. I feel like
which girl's point of view?
The girl that you were talking to.
What do you mean?
Because I feel like we've all been there where we
Yeah.
do kind of hope that maybe they'll change their mind. So I do get that for sure. It's hard.
Okay. But that's the situation that your boyfriend is, or
Yeah.
ex-boyfriend is in. Okay, got it. Okay. I mean, the solution to these people is to just not continue going back to
Exactly.
because you tried to break up with. She was very persistent. In my defense, she would I'd break up with her, be like, okay, you're clearly upset with the situation, let's stop, and then she'd. Long story. Okay,